High ticket closer and you make less than $15,000 a month, you have zero excuses to why you don't watch this video in full, especially if you clicked on it because you want to get better at high ticket sales. If you're new to the channel, my name is Tristan Steckler. I've been doing high ticket for 4 years now. I've closed millions and I help people just like you take your skill set from where you're at to where you actually want to be. Watch the video in full, take notes, pen and paper, and I promise you if you implement what I teach, you will make more money. Enjoy.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, so these calls typically take about 60 minutes or so. Does that time still work for you?
Yes, it does.
Okay, wonderful. And what I've seen works best on these calls, Susan, is really just getting to know you a bit better. Get a better understanding of what your goals are, where you're trying to go, and where you're currently at. I'm sure you've seen from Andrew's content that we've been able to help out a lot of people, but to the flip side of that, there are just some people we can't necessarily help.
Right.
So I do hope you can understand that.
Yes, of course.
Okay. Wonderful.
I want to at least go through this with you just to see if this is a fit for me and if it would be something that I would like to do.
What's up? What am I pointing out right now?
Glasses.
Yeah. See if this is a fit for me if I want to do it. They're all the same.
Yeah.
All the same.
Yeah, absolutely. Because if I'm confident that we can even help you by the end of our conversation, I'd be more than happy to walk you through the mentorship, all the expectations and everything that come with it. And if not, I'm a pretty blunt, honest guy, and I'll still point you in the best direction I can. Does that sound good?
Sounds great.
Perfect. So first off, Susan, I guess, what is the biggest reason you're looking to even get started with your online Amazon business? Is it to have more time, more money, more freedom?
Everything, all the above. I've always worked multiple jobs. Right now, I'm working at a manufacturing plant. I am a quality control. Right now I'm working between 52 to 55 hours a week.
Oh, wow.
And I am 60, so I would like to be able to think about retirement, but it's my 401k, I didn't start building it till I was 50 because I was married. I was a stay-at-home mom, got divorced. So just kind of trying to be able to think about retirement, spend time with my granddaughter. She's about 2 months old. So just kind of thinking of a couple years from now where I will be able to have a little bit more freedom to be able to see her, be able to travel and enjoy life a little bit more just because of working so many hours all the time and raising my kids. I feel like now is an important time for me to be able to enjoy life a little bit more. So the money is definitely, it's not an issue, but I would like to be able to have a little bit more freedom to not have to be working so many hours every week and be able to slowly cut back on that and working remote when I retire. Okay,
the only thing is just don't let her go on a 2-minute tangent. Make some ground on the conversation that you're having.
So, yeah, that's something I need to absolutely, take advantage of right from the get-go. So, I mean, even when she mentioned oh, I'm working 52, 55 hours a week, just kind of interrupt her there and just ask her oh, yeah, what are you missing out on because of those long hours? Or
I mean, let's watch it again and I'll give you examples. I will literally tell you every question that I would have asked while she's talking.
Yeah.
I think that's helpful for you guys.
Is it to have more time, more money, more freedom?
Everything, all the above. I've always worked multiple jobs. Right now, I am working at a manufacturing plant. I am a...
How long is always? So the reason I want to get in the habit of cutting her off, asking questions, cutting her off, asking questions is because I'm not a robot and I cannot just process and hold 10 different things at once. And you're going to lose it. And if you lose it, and she has to repeat herself later and says something like I said earlier, and says what she's already told you, that's going to lower her trust.
Quality control. Right now I'm working between 52 to 55 hours a week.
Gosh, that is so many hours. 55 hours a week. So here I'm like 55 hours. Have you, because she said I've always worked multiple jobs. I'm like,
yeah,
that's why we need the time frame. How long is always? Oh, it's been 15 years. Have you been working 55 hours a week for 10 years? You see? So that's how you get emotion out. Because she'll use time and she'll use money as an excuse, and she'll frame it as I'm a hard worker. But it doesn't matter how hard you row. It matters what boat you're in.
Right. Oh, wow.
And I am 60, so I would like to be...
As a 60-year-old, is that what you believe you deserve? to still be working this amount of hours at your age?
Well, she just started
Well, she
because of
said
that
she's always
divorce.
worked 2 jobs, right? So it's
Yeah.
like she's probably still close to that amount of hours.
Well, and actually, yeah, that's interesting because yeah, she said she always working multiple jobs, but then she mentioned that she was a stay-at-home mom because
Yeah, so incongruencies.
yeah, huh.
That's why I asked, like, how long is always?
Yeah.
be able to think about retirement, but it's
She can't, I mean, I'm like, can you retire right now?
No
So, like,
shot.
so many questions that you can ask if you're locked in on what she's saying
Yeah.
and not focused on, well, this is a sales call and I've asked the opening question and my follow-up question is this and what do I say now and blah blah blah. That just messes everything up.
my 401k. I didn't start building it till I was 50 because I was married. I was a stay-at-home mom. Got divorced,
Uh-huh.
so just kind of trying to be able to think about retirement, spend time with my granddaughter. She's about 2 months old, so just kind of thinking of
Awesome.
a couple years from now where I will be able to have a little bit more freedom to be able to see her, be able to travel and enjoy life a little bit more just because of working so many hours all the time and raising my kids.
Travel is an escape, running away from your life. That's what it is.
Mhm.
Me and my fiance will butt heads because she's like, I don't see it that way. I'm like, yes, you hate your job. You hate your job. If you loved your job and you loved your work and you love what you did every single, and I get it. She's a girl. I understand. But when I
Mhm.
see a man doing it, I'm like, bro, like, what are you running from? What are you running from?
Right.
I feel like now is an important
Would
time for me to
you
be able to
would you interrupt here and just be like, yeah, for sure, like everybody likes, to travel, but I guess for you, like why is that important to be able to start doing now?
No. I mean, the only question that would give me leverage is, can you retire right now?
Hmm.
Because she says she wants to be able to retire, but you and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
both
yeah.
know she can't.
Yeah. No
Right.
way.
So
So it's getting more clarity on widening that gap and making her realize how far is she out. So
yeah,
what does that goal look like in terms for you to retire, and where are you at right now? How far are we from
yeah,
that?
like retired people who worked hard and saved well, they get to travel straight up because you ran the race. And I don't think retiring is biblical. Like nowhere in the Bible does it say that once you get to this age, you can just kick your feet up on your desk.
Yep.
But at the same time, with these people, like retiring and being able to travel and being able to have nice things is something that is earned over time, not just handed out.
Hmm.
And they don't recognize that. And she'll say, I'm a hard worker and life is just happening to me and these people should pay me more money and inflation is difficult, but she's the one who's chosen these jobs. She's the one who hasn't spent her time the right ways to develop the right skills to where she has some control over what she does and doesn't do. Her, no one else.
Right.
enjoy life a little bit more. So the money is definitely it's not an issue, but I would like to be able to have a little bit more
Is it or is it not?
That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is it or is it not?
freedom to not
That's why that question of like, are you able to retire now is so important.
Yeah.
have to be working so many
Because if you see like I've given you 10 questions and you've asked one. And that's not on you. I'm not saying like shame Lance, you're bad. But
Got
I'm
it.
saying like that's where you want to be in these conversations because they
Hmm.
give you all the leverage.
Yeah, because
many
that's
hours.
the thing that I struggle with is that yeah, as she's saying all this stuff, I like have the question that I want to ask, but instead of just asking it right then and there, I have it like queued up, and then as she's done just spitting all this out to me, I'm just like, oh crap! Like, what was the question I wasn't even gonna ask again?
Yep, that's always that will dude, same. Because you're not a robot.
Right.
You're not a robot, you're not AI. You don't just get to like program your brain to where it can retain all this information. It's not possible. That's why I'm saying like be more
Just ask
offensive.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I've noticed for me though is like I've been trying to do more of that, and I did do that actually yesterday on a call. It's like when immediately when I notice something, like I just kind of hopped on it, and then I asked the question that I wanted to ask at that moment rather than like what Lance is saying. It's like queuing it up for later. But I've also noticed that doing that, it kind of throws me off my process in a way, because then it's like I started this way too early. And I think that's just because we're attached so much to the process, right? We're attached so much to like this is an order on how
Right.
I do my call. And so when we start jumping into these things earlier, I found myself being a little bit like lost yesterday because I was like, oh well, we're kind of ahead already.
Yeah.
And it's funny that you say that because yeah, when y- when you do that, they answer your question, but then it's just like continuing back onto the flow of it of where you
Yeah.
need to be, like the answers that you need to get from them. Right? Because I was just thinking, oh yeah, as she's like saying all this stuff, she's providing me information for me to ask questions on, but there's just so many questions to be able to get out of from what she just had said.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm thinking like the flow of it.
Totally.
Because then you get lost and you're just like, oh wait, now we got to get back to the flow.
every
Right.
week and be able to slowly cut back on that and working remote when I retire, whether it's 3 years, 5 years. Um, I would like to be able to at least enjoy life a little bit more.
Yeah, yeah, I can tell that's seems to be the main priority for you is being able to
Yes.
enjoy life a little bit more. And I
Yeah.
guess with you saying, you know, that you want to live life a little bit more, enjoy life a little bit more, would you
Mhm.
say that currently how life is going right now, you're not able to enjoy it as much?
I definitely make time to take vacations for myself.
Mhm.
I travel with my son. We do like a big road trip once a year, but I always try to make sure I put that money aside to enjoy doing things.
Right,
Um, but I don't want to always have to careful how I'm always spending my cash.
right.
I'm like, oh, really got to go a cheaper route because of, you know what I mean? So
So money's not bad, but
Right.
I do budget and I do watch how I spend my money.
you know it's funny. Shout out to my dad. He texted me this morning and he said, "I've been watching your YouTube videos and I'm learning so much about selling and psychology. Thank you."
That's awesome.
Wow,
Isn't
that's
that
amazing.
cool?
I
Did you
wish
say he
I
was
did
trying to
that.
start something?
Yeah, he has a YouTube channel and he posts a lot on Twitter. It's like uh called like personal development.
Mm.
I wish my dad
Right now.
could tell me that, but I don't think he
Yeah,
understands.
right.
I don't think he understands English that well. So he likes my videos, but I know for a fact he does not understand what I'm saying in those videos.
Just because I don't want to overspend, just because as I get older, working can eventually start getting harder for me because I am on my feet all day long.
Wow.
I do
Long
physical.
hours too, Susan. I mean, you said
Yeah.
52 to 55 hours.
Yeah, I work about 6 days a week. So I work on Saturdays, Monday through Friday and
Monday.
Saturday.
Okay, so Monday
Yep.
through Saturday.
Yeah. And
Is that by choice or by need?
Mm.
I choose to work Saturday just because of overtime.
Right.
It just gives me that extra money. And that's is kind of my little bit of spending money I use for travel and things like that. So,
Okay. And,
but
and how old's your son? Or how many kids do you have?
I have 2 kids. So I have a daughter
Two
that's
kids?
38 and a son that's 32.
Okay, 38 and 32.
Mhm.
Okay, and are they like kind of out on their own, or is your son?
Yes. They're
Okay,
out on their own. My daughter's married, has the baby, and then my son is still single.
okay, and he's out on his own. I know that you mentioned that you like travel with your son and stuff. Is that like linking up with him, or is he currently at home
He lives in this area, but
in the area?
he's on his own. Yeah.
Okay, and I mean, if it wasn't for the OT that you work on Saturday, Susan, I mean, would it make things a bit harder for you if you didn't have that overtime?
Yeah. I mean, I can still, I can still make it on that, but
Yeah. What's a good question?
Is that enough?
Well, she's like, well, I could still make it.
What is I could still make it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes. Elaborate. Can you
Mm-hmm.
unpack that for me?
Mm-hmm.
Like, what kind of financial position would that put you in if you were not working 60 hours a week? Because then it turns into, you've asked this before, like, are we thriving or are we just surviving? Like,
Yeah.
what's going on here?
Yeah, because I think she's trying to put like a facade on right now of like
Yep.
things are not that bad.
Coping.
Right.
Mhm.
Cope. Yep. They all do that.
Um, I would definitely have to tighten it up a little bit more because it does make a big
Sure.
difference on my check, and that's the reason I do it.
Yeah.
So if I want to pick up dinner at night or I want to enjoy dinner out at night, at least I want
Like we're talking about like food, dude. Like that's like
One night.
luxury. Yeah. That's like the nice things in life is being able to order food out to eat.
to be able to do those things.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
Like I
know.
said, enjoy life a bit more.
Yeah, and
Yeah, is that all there is though? Like just being
Yeah,
able to go
food.
out and
Yeah.
get food at Chick-fil-A?
You find out how much she makes a month?
Not yet.
Yeah, after taxes, it's like 3,300, I think she said.
Yeah, see, that
Gosh,
doesn't make
dude.
any sense. How
How
is
can you
she?
live off of that? 60
Yeah.
hours a week, dude?
That's nuts.
That's unbelievable, dude.
And again, that's why she's trying to make things that they're not that bad, but dude,
But dude, it's just so funny to me, like how this world is set up, how evil these people are. Like,
Mm.
how could you have this 60-year-old woman working 60 hours a week for you and you pay her 3 grand?
Right.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
how? How is that even possible?
yeah.
Evil people, and it's all a lie. It's all a psyop. Go to school for 20 years, and we'll give you a piece of paper that doesn't even give you a job.
I spoke to a guy yesterday that has a
Good
PhD
paying job.
master's in music, and he works at a furniture store. And he works 9 to 9 every single day. He does not have weekends off.
But this is why, like, I feel so called to doing what I do is leadership. That's your dad did a terrible job as a leader.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible
Mm-hmm.
job. Total bum, absent, no responsibility, all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the
Ridiculous.
right morals, not the right values.
Yeah. Does anybody want a sales call at 11 a.m. from me?
Central.
Y'all are probably booked. I know I haven't prepped you, Lance, at all. I gave Eric some stuff. Eric, do you have a call at 11 a.m. Central?
11 a.m. Central, 10 o'clock. Yeah.
Okay, cool. No worries.
and I do love to travel. I do love to see things in the world and things like that. And I feel like as I get older, it's going to get tougher for me. So I just want to be able to say, you know what, I got to start really planning things a little bit better. For whether it's doing this, making more money, so I can at least plan for my future.
Right. Put yourself in a better position, right? Because the decisions and
Definitely.
choices that we make right now will determine what the next year or 3 or 5 years will look like.
Exactly. So it's a really big issue for me to actually do something more.
Yeah. Yeah. How big of an issue would you say?
I mean, I want to be able to just not have to worry about money as much. So it's definitely a priority for me
Yeah.
to make more money and to do more with my life.
Yeah,
Like
how
I said, I
long?
raised my kids, so
What do you mean by like you raise them? Like you're supporting them financially, or
no, I mean I raised my children, so it's like now I kind of like I feel like it's my turn to kind of enjoy life a little bit more.
right? Find yourself, do what you
Yeah,
want to do after sacrificing things for them.
exactly.
Right. And how long has this been going on for? Would you say like kind of big issue for you financially?
I mean, I've always kind of had this kind of watching the money, which I mean everybody does in their life because you think about expense and inflation and everything goes up. I just want to be able to live a little bit more freely as far as if I want to buy something nice for myself, I don't have to be like I can't do those things.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely want to be able to pretty much overall, I just want to, like, as I'm getting older, I just want to be able to enjoy life more.
Yeah, enjoy
I've
life more.
sacrificed everything for my children, and now it's like, okay, it's my time. I really want to put, every effort into just being able to do something more.
Okay. Yeah, put effort into it, and yeah, because I mean, in your current position right now, you said that you're doing the QA for the manufacturing plant. Always work multiple jobs. Are you working multiple jobs right now, or just this position at the QA manufacturing plant?
I just do quality control here.
Okay.
This is the only job that I do.
Got it. And not to be like too intrusive or anything like that, Susan, but at the end of the month, what are you bringing in after taxes?
After taxes, let me think here. 8 times 4, maybe 33.
3,300.
Yeah, my checks are roughly around 800, depending. I mean, it could be 850 roughly.
850 roughly. Okay.
Yeah.
And I mean, is that enough?
Right. I mean, with everything so high and everything so expensive, it's not a lot at the end of the month to really be able to do more.
Hey, I just pick up on the fact that like you want to be honest with me and tell me that, hey, this is just not enough and I'm working my ass off and I'm just not getting paid what I'm worth. But yet, like, there seems to also be this side of you where you act as though it is enough and that you are okay and you're not doing that bad. So if I could challenge you to pick a direction, like what is it actually? Like, is it enough or is it not? 60 hours a week for $3,000 a month. That's unbelievable, dude. I know Uber drivers that make 8K a month just working like 40 hours a week.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I mean, it's like you put the time in, maybe it's like 50 hours a week, probably the same amount of hours as this lady,
Right.
but like same idea. It doesn't matter how hard you row.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, like, you know, you have your car insurance, you have your gas and electric, and, you know, all your expense. I don't have a car payment, none of that, but still, just overall groceries and gas and your every month expense is very high.
Yeah, because I mean, at the end of the month, what are we even really working with to be able to treat ourselves to something?
Exactly. And, you know, and I never really got to be able to treat myself because I was always my kids first. And so, you know, I just really want to do more.
Yeah, absolutely. Because I mean, what are you really left with at the end of the month?
Right.
After expenses and everything like that.
Yeah. I mean, there's not much to work with. I mean,
What's that number look like?
let me think here. 500? And that's, yeah.
Man, like I'm impressed that she's even able to live off of $3,000 a month. It's just sad, man. Like if we saw what her house looks like, I bet it's like
Right.
Roughly.
Yeah, like you said, is that including like you putting money to the side for like the trips that you like to take?
Yeah. No, not even that. I mean, I got to factor in like groceries or if I want to go out for dinner at night or,
Right.
you know, pick up dinner on the way home. So, you know, as far as me actually saving, I mean, I can say maybe it's probably under 5 is what I'm able to save.
Okay.
I do try to, you know, do an auto into my savings all the time out of my checks.
because she's talking a big game about how she's maxing out this 401k. I'm like, with what?
500
What?
bucks a month.
$100?
Hmm.
Like, what is that gonna do? And then she's talking about I'm gonna retire in a couple years. I'm like, with what? You see, that's why we were wanting to get some leverage
Mm-hmm.
in that conversation, because that's not true. This is like till the day you die, working this job
Right.
straight up until your knees snap in half.
My 401k. So I'm really trying to save here and there, little bits and pieces.
Mhm.
Because I feel like it's very important to put a certain percentage away out of your check.
Oh, totally.
You know, so yeah.
Okay. And I mean, what kind of thoughts come up to mind for you when you take a look and see your current financial situation?
What do I see?
Yeah, what sort of thoughts come up for you as you take a look at your current financial situation?
I have to do more. I have to make the biggest effort just to kind of just change everything.
Yeah.
Change the pattern of how my life has been.
Why? What makes you say that?
Well, just because, you know, when you raise your children. I'm sorry.
No, you don't need to be sorry. You can take a second, Susan. That's fine. You don't need to apologize. Yeah, I understand this is an emotional
I feel so bad for this woman, man.
thing. I mean, we're talking about real life stuff here.
Yeah.
Right? I can tell that, you know, this is something that's really weighing on you.
Yeah, dude. The thing is, bro, you could have broke her like minute 3, 4.
Yeah.
Because what I just said is like, it seems like you're like keeping on this. Like, I got it all together. It's okay. It's not that bad. Like, is that actually what you believe? Like, you can tell me how you actually feel. I'm not here to judge you. Snap. And then we need to just pitch her and handle the objections. Because, like, how does this woman not close? Like, what does she tell you at the end?
Essentially, it was the money, like the amount of it. Went over like financing and everything, and it was just the amount. And then did the whole identity or just perspective on the money because she wanted to be able to make 8K a month. So at the end, just showed her the perspective. Okay, well, because you're at 3,300 a month, that 5K looks like a lot, but when you're making 8K a month, like would that 5K be expenditures? Like, okay, yeah, no, you're right. I see where you're coming with that.
Let's watch.
Fully committing to in order to change the trajectory of my life, and the decisions and choices that I make right now is what's going to set me up 3 to 5 years from now.
Right.
where retirement is going to look much better compared to how it looks right now.
Correct. Yep.
Right. So are you ready to take that step?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Yeah, because next steps from here would be, you process the investment, right? And then you would receive your welcome email.
Mhm.
You would get your email to confirm your email to get access to the training material. You would get your welcome email where you would receive your onboarding link. And then on that onboarding link is when you would book your onboarding call. It would pull up a calendar. You choose a date and time as soon as possible.
Okay.
You have your first onboarding call with Jonah. And then on that call is when you would get your first homework assignment. You would book your first one-on-one coaching call. Okay. And then you would be getting access into Slack, into the community.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. Is this 5,000? Is this something that I need to pay today?
Well, this is the drawing and the line in the sand. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I don't know if I can actually do that today. That's so.
Oh, I guess why wouldn't you be able to do it today?
I mean, I don't know if I want to withdraw 5,000 out right away out of my account because I do still have my bills yet. So I'm going to have to move some money around somehow.
Got it. Yeah. Well, that's where what I would do is, put it on the credit card.
Yeah.
Right. So then that way.
Do you want to find a way to make it work? Or do you want to continue to work 60 hours a week for $3,000 a month?
Mhm.
No reason this should come out of her mouth. I'm like, dude, you're in a car. Like, you don't even have the freedom to go home and sit behind a computer in your own house. You're 60. You're 60 years old. Like, duh, that was going to be the objection at the end of the call.
Mm-hmm.
No, duh. Because she's broke.
When that time does come to pay it, that's when you can draw it, the
Yeah.
funds, so you don't have to actually withdraw from your checking.
Because when the way they perceive this, because she is a victim, is you're trying to take advantage of me. That's how she views it. That's why we have to ask questions. Do you want to find a way to make it work, or do you want to end the call and continue to work 60 hours a week and make $3,000 a month and only have $500 left over? Because the choice is yours.
Things account today.
Right. Right.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have that credit card with me. I keep all that at home. So I don't know if there's if I can do this tomorrow or if this is something that I'm supposed to do today.
Well, I mean, typically our students, that are ready to take the action are the ones that actually
Right. Yeah.
take the step today, right?
Yeah.
And is it that you actually don't have the card on you right now, or is it more so that
I don't
little bit of
have the card.
hesitation?
No. So I don't know if it's something I can do tomorrow or the next day, just because I'm not at home, so I don't have the card at all.
Got it. Okay, so you don't have your wallet on you at all.
I have my wallet, but I don't keep all those credit cards on me.
Oh, I thought you mentioned it was just the one card.
Well, I mean, I have my driver, all my basic stuff, but the credit card I do not keep. I only keep my debit card with me.
Got it. Okay. Well, I mean, even just getting home a little later on this evening, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Being able to do it then, because it wouldn't be an issue for me to we hop back on, because really it would only be like a 5, not even a 10-minute call to get through that together.
Correct.
Right? Because I mean, is there anything other than you not having the card on you at the moment that's holding you back from taking the step?
Not really. I mean, it's a lot of money, and but I don't want that to hold me back from actually doing something that could better my life.
Exactly. Because I mean, money aside.
Why not? Why not allow the money, it being a lot, to hold you back from doing it? Because that's what you've been doing up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
Because you're agreeable here. You're like, oh, this granny's, she wants to make it work, but she doesn't.
Yeah.
She hasn't. What did that look like up here when you were asking about other programs and what she looked into and investing and all that stuff?
Yes, she did the whole didn't know the options, didn't know our options, didn't know where to start thing.
Bull crap.
Yep, did the nice first kind with her with that.
Yeah, that's BS, dude.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, why as a 30-year-old man do I care more about your own life and your own ability to not work 60 hours a week and make $3,000 a month more than you do? Like, how is that even possible? Why is that? Like, why do I care more than you?
Susan, right? Let's just take the investment out of the equation. Do you feel what we've gone through with the mentorship will allow you to start making the $8,000 a month and spending more time with your granddaughter? Because that's really the most important part.
Right. Yeah, for sure.
And why do you think so?
I mean, I just know that I have the drive, and I know that this is something that I really have. I have a priority to do in my life, so I know this is very important to me.
Yeah, absolutely. Because our commitment determines our level of success or failure in anything that we do.
Yeah.
Right. And your commitment level to this and determination and perseverance and discipline is what's going to allow you to be successful. It'd be unreasonable for you not to be successful.
Correct.
Right.
Right.
It's like what we mentioned before is like actually taking that step, overcoming that fear.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because right now, you know, we're essentially basing the decision on who we are right now and the situation that we're in right now. Right. Because the hard thing is to be able to make the decision based on the 2.0 version of Susan, who's already making $8,000 a month, who already has the free time, who's already spending more time with her granddaughter and living the life that she wants to live herself.
Yeah.
Right. But it's making the decisions based on being in that position, which we're not currently at yet. Because what do you think the 2.0 version of Susan, who's already making $8,000 a month, like what sort of decision do you think that she makes?
As far as my life in general?
Well, as far as this decision.
I mean, yeah, I would love to be able to make $8,000 a month to just be able to enjoy life more.
Yeah. And what decision do you think she makes to put herself in that position to be able to make $8,000 a month online?
It's just changing that pattern that I have to face the fear of changes and learning new things, and just putting that first foot forward to doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think that she pushes this decision down the road, or do you think that she actually takes the step?
Oh, it takes a step for sure. Yeah. Yeah.
So what do you think that you need to do then?
As far as like now, or
today? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is definitely something that I need to do for myself.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay. Because I mean, what we can do, Susan, because you have that credit card at your home. What we can do is even just do like $3K down now, and then when you get back to your place, we just cover the remaining $2 on the credit card.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I want to do 3K right now. I think I'm just gonna have to just wait right now, just to make sure the $5,000 that I'm okay with that.
What do you mean by that?
Using that large amount of money right now, I just have to make sure that I have enough money to be able to cover things myself, because that's a large amount of money for me, and I just don't have a lot to work with.
Yeah.
So I just have to be sure, I got to really think it through what I'm gonna do.
Well, that makes sense, right? Because our choices in life have gotten us to a point where we work 60 hours a week and we make scraps at the end of every single month. We only have $500 left over. Just like the fat guy continues to overeat and he doesn't work out and he's not disciplined, he's not consistent, and he doesn't hire a personal trainer, and his knees hurt and he's fat. And he hates what he sees in the mirror. But if he always makes decisions the same way, he'll always be fat. You'll always be broke. You'll always be taking these types of meetings in your car at the end of a long day, because your choices and actions are not aligning to what you want.
Because
like, how much longer do you want to be the person that looks at an invoice for $5,000 and says, I can't afford that? Because I look at that invoice and I say, that's not that much. Because it's not me lighting the money on fire. It's me investing it into myself. So the real question you have to ask yourself is, why do you not value yourself enough to make that type of commitment to you? I'm like, that makes sense.
Because,
makes perfect
that's
sense.
what I need to. That makes sense.
Maybe even I would have also gone in the direction of like, you're saying this is a lot of money, but how much are you paying for these trips with your son? I would imagine that they're around this range, close, if not maybe even more. And just kind of comparing that, like, it's not really a lot of money. I'm sure you spend a lot more on trips where it's just like one time and then that's it. And then you're back to reality again, where you're grinding for this, you know, a little bit of money. So it's like, what do you mean it's a lot of money? Seems like
Because
there's a lot of fear also in the fact that she's
definitely.
60 years old. She might feel like also she doesn't believe in herself and that she's capable of actually doing this.
1000%. That's what it
Yeah.
is.
Which is why she always, you know, kind of going back to what you said earlier, Lance, is like she didn't know where to start, right? Or like she didn't know what information, like she lacks so much actual belief in herself that she's never been willing to try and learn and take that step.
And
Yeah.
that's what it is, because we went over cash on hand, and I mean, she had a credit card that had a 17K limit on it.
Yep.
She said that she had 7K in investments, like 4 to 5K in savings, and 6K in the checking account, and then 100K in her 401K.
Yep.
So it wasn't that money was the issue. That it totally was the fear of
Yep.
actually taking the step.
Does this make sense though after what we watched? Like really
Yeah.
sitting and digging and getting the leverage and not moving on and not patting them on the back and getting happy ears and thinking that they're ready to move forward. She's not.
Mm-hmm.
That excuse of I just didn't know what to do is total BS. I'm like, dude, if a fat person said it to me, I'd be like, you're out of your mind, man. Like you did not try
Mm-hmm.
at all. Just like these people. Like it's so easy to look online and see
Yeah.
something and try it. It's so easy.
It's
And the second you go up against the wall and you're like, "Oh, I don't know how to do that." Like every person's brain will logically go to, "Well, someone knows how to do it."
Mm-hmm.
But you're just in the rat race. Totally indoctrinated into the matrix.
So I mean, whenever that fat person analogy of over the course of time, if they didn't look for the mentor or the personal trainer, like did they actually do everything in their power to actually find something to make it work, or for them to lose the weight? So going into that analogy, the one that's on the script for the framework. Is it that one?
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
it's because it's the full amount, Susan, that's not an issue, right? We're flexible when it comes to these things. That's why we have the financing option. So if it would
Well,
be
you have to help her realize that the full amount being a lot for her is because of her,
Right.
not us. It's not a lot of money. It's not. Like Elon Musk looks at $5,000 and he's like, that's like a penny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Not even. And I'm like, what makes it? He's a human being just like you are. What makes the difference between him and you? Skills, confidence, evidence, resiliency.
better for you, and more digestible for you to finance it and have like a monthly payment.
Yeah.
We can do that.
Yeah.
Right? Would that make it more digestible for you?
It would probably be a little bit easier just because, to just pull that out of my account, it's a lot for me to lose out of there right now.
Yeah, no, I get it. Yeah, that's not a
Yeah.
problem.
Okay.
Right. So yeah, we can absolutely do the financing option then. Right. So then that way you have that money.
Well, it's like, but hey, like this stuff to the side, because this is the easy part. And if you actually learn what we tell you to learn and you do what we tell you to do, you'll make the money that you want to make. So that to the side for a second. Like, how much longer do we want to live a life where we're terrified about what the end of the month is going to look like and we're working 60 hours a week and we're barely making ends meet? Like, how much longer do we want that to be our life? Because if you do what we tell you to do, like the $5,000 investment, it sucks on the front end. But once you actually learn the skills and you're making the money you want to make, it'll be the best decision you've ever made in your life.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, do you want to find a way to make it work or not? Do you want to work 60 hours a week and make scraps or not? What do you want to do?
To cover expenses or what have you. Okay.
Right. Right.
So would it be all right to then go through that option with you, the financing option?
I mean, I would just probably finance it right through my bank.
What do you mean by that? Like,
I,
get
I
a
can
loan out?
just, well, I can just get a loan from my bank.
Well, yeah, instead of having to get the loan through your bank, have you heard of like Klarna before?
I have not.
Okay, so Klarna is just a buy now, pay later option. So it's a credit firm that we use to be able to finance the investment for you. So it's done strictly through them. It's not even done through us.
Oh,
So
okay.
Klarna, what they do is that they finance the 5K for you, right? And they have a 3 to 24 month payment option. So they have
Oh.
3, 6, 12, 18, and 24 month options for you.
Uh-huh.
And the 24 month option makes it like a $250 monthly payment. Okay, it does come with interest, but it varies from person to person depending on your credit score, your credit history,
Right.
like how long have you had credit open for, right? So it takes all that into account, you know, your
Yeah.
monthly income, everything, and then it gauges what the interest would be for that. Okay.
Yeah.
But the great thing about Klarna is that you don't pay if you. And this is something you have to see if you even get approved for.
Yeah.
Okay. And if you do get approved, the great thing about Klarna is that you don't pay anything today. You wouldn't make your first monthly payment until next month, which would be December 11th.
Mhm.
So it wouldn't be anything down today if you get approved for it. Okay. So is that an option that you'd be opposed to seeing if you even get approved for?
I think I prefer to just do it from my own bank, honestly. So I would like to be able to go to my bank tomorrow and just kind of see. I've taken a loan.
What makes her say that? I don't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
I don't trust you. I don't trust myself. This is how I've always done it. I'm in my comfort zone. I'm resistant to being coached because I'm such a
change.
victim, such a victim. I didn't take any responsibility for my life and how bad it sucks. I don't understand that it sucks. I don't understand that it's never going to change if I don't change. I don't understand because of our leadership. That's always what it boils down to.